I don't know how to say this exactly, but they have to move to Oregon.
Another day, another star quits a hit show. Yep, on the show's 200th episode, one of Chicago Fire's original cast members, Jesse Spencer, called it quits.
Hey, you don't get to leave without saying one last goodbye. I'm gonna speak for everyone. For over 10 years, you made this firehouse a very special place. Everyone you met along the way got to call you friend. Everyone you worked with on this shift, well, we got to call you brother. This place will never be the same. I thank you for your kindness, your generosity, your passion for this job. You will be dearly missed, brother.
I love you, man.
Yeah, so this is after Damian Lewis left Billions, Emily Van Camp said goodbye to The Resident, and even Mark Harmon pieced out of NCIS. Whew. So Jesse signed up for Chicago Fire right after he finished a 9-season run on House. So now he feels like it's time for a break. So he says, "It was a difficult decision because I've loved the show from the start, but there's other things that I would like to do in the future. There's some family that I need to take care of, and 18 years is a long time. That's a long stretch. I was marking off these milestones and looking to the future. It was a difficult decision, and I hate to leave the show because I do love this show, but when the time comes, the time comes." And when it came to writing Casey out of the show, bringing back Griffin and Ben felt organic to Jesse because they didn't want to kill off Casey. He says, "To go back to the house where we filmed the pilot was awesome. We had that time for Casey to go over how his best friend died and have to explain it to his son. I was just trying to hold it together. The guilt and the longing and the desire to pull together and help the kid, which is what he always wanted, and the hope for the future were the things that really stood out. I had to sit on this stuff, and it was hard. It was really hard but great. It felt so organic for me and a perfect full circle and a really reasonable way for Casey to organically leave the show." Now I know what you're thinking. What about Casey and Brett? Fans have been waiting so long for them to get together. They finally get together, and then there goes Casey. Well, Jesse says keep the faith. We'd been establishing this relationship for 3 years, and we finally just got there. I really like Cara, who plays Brett. We've established a really, really nice relationship. We got along so well, and there's a chance that I will come back too. It was written really well into the episode because they're trying to make this relationship work. They know that he's leaving, so they're saying nothing's going to change. And when it comes to what Jesse is going to miss the most about the show, it's the camaraderie on set. I've made such good friends on this set. It hasn't really sunk in that I've left really. I feel like I'm just on hiatus for a little bit. It probably won't kick in until next year probably. You know what I'm going to miss? I'm going to miss ordering everyone around. I like yelling at a firefighter when they do something wrong. That was fun. So like NCIS, I don't watch Chicago Fire, so I put the question to Chicago Fire viewers, do you think the show can survive without Jesse Spencer? Are you surprised that he's leaving the show? Now, from an outsider perspective, this does strike me that Chicago Fire is like an ER situation, right? That because it's such a huge environment, there's so much going on, there's so many characters, it can survive with losing Jesse Spencer. The plot of the show doesn't revolve around his character, so I think the show will be just fine. Like we've seen with shows like ER that they lose cast members and they keep on going for seasons and seasons and seasons. So I think Chicago Fire could survive without Jesse Spencer. I'm not minimizing Jesse Spencer's work on Chicago Fire. I just think because it's such a huge environment and there's a lot of cast members and characters, it'll be just fine. But yeah, I want to hear from you. Are you surprised about his exit? What do you think?